Hi, everyone. So I had this really interesting conversation the other day with a colleague of mine, and it's a chapter out of the book that we're writing, named Soon to Follow. And the subject is understand the incentive and understand the game. So what does that mean? Well, let's think about going to Best Buy. And you go to Best Buy and you're looking for a new TV. And the person there is a salaried employee, comes up to talk to you about a TV, and yeah, he's interested in, he or she is interested in talking to you about what products they have and the rest of it. And yeah, you may or may not buy a TV. Well, let's say you go to Visions, which is a local store here in Medicine Hat, and that employee is commissioned, and the bigger the sale, the bigger the commission. Well, what do you think the incentive is going to be? They're going to want to sell you a bigger TV. When you're looking at the 36-inch, they're going to say, yeah, why don't you come over and look at this one and talk about this, and that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it's like, understand the incentive, understand the game. And as consumers, that's our job, right? Like, we need to understand, what motivates the person, other than their altruistic goals that may be there, right? There's lots of wonderful people in the world, right? So I'm not saying it's all about money. However, you just need to understand what the incentive is when you're shopping and you're making a decision. And so we're having a discussion around the financial institutions and me being from a CPA and being in public practice for a long time. I used to audit financial institutions, the big ones up in Toronto, and they have the best systems. Like, and really, if you think about it, you have how many thousands of transactions every day, right? And that has to be recorded in everyone's accounts, and the loans and the investments and all the things that they're into, right? Like, they have to have very powerful systems. And so, and again, as financial advisors, we find that, in general, we can have our thoughts are a little disorganized around money, and and how to use it, and where to put it, and and what do we spend it on, right? And so, who do you think would be in the best position to offer that information around where our money's going? You think maybe the financial institutions, right? They have the systems. Trust me, they have the systems, and yet they don't. And so, if you want that information or you want to do it, you can do it for yourself. Like, there's programs, and there's a bit of work to it, and but it's achievable for sure if you're really motivated. And but what's their incentive? How do banks make money? I don't know, fees. And people become a little bit more conscious around where the money's going, where they're spending it, what the fees are. That's been quite the thing over the years on some of the different disclosures on investment account fees and the rest of it. How might that change behavior? It may or may not change behavior, or maybe the money would be directed in different places. But yet, what is happening? Like, what's going on? What's the incentive, right? So remember, when you're out there and whatever you're doing, understand the incentive, understand the game, right? When you're talking to an advisor, are they independent? How do they get compensated? Those are all great questions to ask, because understand the incentive, understand the game. All right. Have a good night.